Hi everybody, welcome. This is mini concert number 99. First up tonight we got a Simon and Garfunkel song about leaving home and growing up. I'm just a poor boy, my story's seldom told. I've squandered my existence on a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, fellow man hears what he wants to hear, disregards the rest, and he disregards the rest. When I left my home and family, I was no more than a boy, in the company of strangers, in the quiet of a railway station, running scared, laying low, eking out the poor quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Lie-la-lie, lie-la-lie. Asking only workman's wages, I come looking for a job, get no offers. Is it come on from the whores on 7th Avenue? I do declare, there were times I was so lonesome that I took some comfort there. Yes, I took some comfort there. Well, I'm laying out my winter clothes, wishing I was gone, going home, where the New York City winters are leading me, going home. In the clearing stands a boxer, a fighter by his trade, and he carries the reminders of every glove that laid him down or cut him, till he cried out in his anger and his shame, I am leaving, but the fighter still remains, but the fighter still remains. Lie-la-lie, 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 lie-la-lie. Well, the years are rolling by me, they are rocking evenly. I'm older than I once was, younger than I'll be, that's not unusual. No, it's not strange. After changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. After changes, we are more or less the same. Lie-la-lie, lie-la-lie, lie-la-lie. Obviously, that's The Boxer, written by Paul Simon. Let's see. Next up is a song written by a fellow by the name of Peter St. John. He was a Dubliner, and he moved away to make his fortune and was gone quite a while. When he came back later in life, he found a number of changes in his home city of Dublin, and he didn't like them very much. So he wrote this song. Raised on songs and stories, heroes of renown, the past and tales and glories that once was Dublin town. The hallowed halls and houses children's rhymes was once a part of Dublin in the rare old time. Ring-a-ring, Rosie, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Well, me name, it is Sean Dempsey, Dublin as could be, born hard and late in Pimlico, in a house that ceased to be. By trade I was a cooper, lost out to redundancy, as my house was lost to progress. My trade's a memory. Well, I courted Peggy Dine, pretty as you please, but a rogan child of Mary from the rebel liberties. I lost her to a student chap. His skin was black as coal, and when he took her off to Birmingham, she took away me soul. Ring-a-ring, Rosie, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Well, the years have left me bitter, the dark old Dimsby brain. Dublin keeps on changing, and nothing seems the same. The pillar and the myth are gone, the royal long since torn down, as that grey unyielding concrete makes a city of my town. So farewell, sweet Annalee, I will no longer stay and watch the new glass cages rise up along the quay. My head's too full of memories, go to learn new chimes. I'm a part of what was Dublin in the rare old time. Ring-a-ring, Rosie, as the light declines, I remember Dublin city in the rare old time. Well, that's Dublin in the rare old times. That's a favorite in a lot of the Celtic pubs. Next up, we got a Peter, Paul, and Mary song. Peter Yarrow heard this song when he was in college. His roommate wrote a poem. Many years later, he asked the roommate if he could use it and put it to music. He did. Buff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Holly. Little Jackie Paper, well, he loved that rascal Puff, and he brought him strings and sealing wax and other fancy stuff. Well, together they would travel on a boat with billowed sails, Jackie kept a lookout perched on Puff's gigantic tail. Noble kings and princes would bow whene'er they came, and pirate ships would lower their flags when Puff roared out his name. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Well, a dragon lives forever, but not so little boys. Painted wings and giant's rings give way to other toys. But one gray night it happened, Jackie Paper came no more, and Puff, that mighty dragon, he ceased his fearless roar. Well, his head was bent in sorrow, green scales fell like rain. Puff no longer came to play along a cherry lane. Without his lifelong friend, Puff could not be brave. So Puff, that mighty dragon, he slipped into his cave. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. Puff the magic dragon lived by the sea, and he frolicked in the autumn mist in a land called Honolulu. So that's the song that was written about from the poem that the roommate wrote, and the roommate has received royalties to that song to this day. About that story, huh? Okay, let's see. If I could remember what the next song was, I would do it.
It would be Maryellen Carter.
Ah, Maryellen Carter. This is a Stan Rogers song. The formal name of the song is Maryellen Carter. It's come to be known as the Resurrection Song. Well, she went down last October in a pouring, driving rain. Chipper had been drinking, and the mate, he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock, and she was dealt her mortal blow. But Maryellen Carter settled low. For there were just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. Worked like hell to save her, starters saw the cost. And the groan she gave as she went down caused us to proclaim, let the Maryellen Carter rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. After 20 years of service, boys, she had her sorry end. The insurance paid their losses off, so they let her rest below. Then they laughed at us, said we'd have to go. But we talked with her all winter, some days around the clock. Worth $250,000, floating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain. Help Maryellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. And her name not be lost through the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will help the Maryellen Carter rise again. a friend who dies a day in a hardhead suit, twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. Though we packed her rinse and stopped her vents, dug hats and portals down, rigged cables to her fore and aft, girded her around. And tomorrow noon we'll hit the air, and then take up the strain, and watch the Maryellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will help the Maryellen Carter rise again. Well, we couldn't leave her there, you see, to crumble in the scale. She saved our lives so many times, sailing through the gales. And the laughing drunken rats that left her to her sorry grave, well, they won't be laughing in another day. All you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, the smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go. But turn out there's buildings, let her rest below. Rise again, have her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will help the Maryellen Carter rise again, rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken and your life about to end, no matter what you lost, be at home, the love of friends, be like the Maryellen Carter rise again. Well, that's the Maryellen Carter, or most of it. Next up is, let's see, Green Fields of France. This one is an Eric Bogle song. Eric wrote songs about World War I. This one had the original name of No Man's Land. Do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here by your graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day, I'm nearly done. Well, I see by your gravestone you're only 19 when you joined the great fallen in 1915. Well, I hope you died well, and I hope you died clean. Oh, young Willie McBride, was it slow and obscene? Did they beat the drum slowly, play the pipe lowly? Did they sound the death march as they lowered you down? Did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did you leave you a wife or a sweetheart behind? And that faithful heart is your memory enshrined. Although you died back in 1915, in that faithful heart are you forever 19? Or are you a stranger without even a name, imprisoned forever behind the glass pane of an young Willie McBride, I can't help wonder why those who lie here know why they died. Did they really believe when they answered the call? Did they really believe that this war would end war? The sorrow, the suffering, the glory, the pain, the living and the dying were all done in vain. For young Willie McBride, it all happened again and again and again and again and again. If they beat the drum slowly, play the pipe lowly, if they sound the death march as they lowered you down, did the band play the last post and chorus? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? Did the pipes play the flowers of the forest? So that's the Green Fields of France. Next up is a song, well, it's for the whole audience, of course, but especially for my bear friends here. They wait for this song. I got to learn a song about an ogre and a duck for some of these other guys. I've got a dog song, I can do that for him later. You know how there's always one person in every family that's the weird one? Well, that's usually me, except I have an Uncle Walter. Has some strange habits. Well, I walked upstairs in the middle of the night. I tiptoed in and I turned on the light. To my surprise, there was no one in sight. My Uncle Walter goes waltzing at night. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Well, we bought Uncle Walter a new coat to wear, but when he came home, it was covered with hair. Lately I've noticed several new tears. I'm afraid Uncle Walter's still waltzing with bears. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Well, we told Uncle Walter that he should be good and do everything that we say he should. I think he'd rather be off in the woods. I'm afraid we might lose Uncle Walter for good. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go waltzing, wah, 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 waltzing, so he can go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Well, we begged and we pleaded, oh please won't you stay? At last he agreed to stay home for a day, but the bears all barged in and they took him away. Now he's waltzing with pandas, he can't understand us. The bears all demand at least one waltz a day. He goes wah, 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 waltzing with bears. Raggy bears, shaggy bears, baggy bears too. There's nothing on earth Uncle Walter won't do, so he can go on loves to go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing. He loves to go waltzing, waltzing with bears. Yes, he loves to go waltzing, wah 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 waltzing. He loves to go waltzing, waltzing with bears. That's Waltzing with Bears. And that's mini concert number 99. Next week, triple figures. Hope to see you there.